excellent question. And the answer is absolutely. I think that starting a networking group for yourself doesn't necessarily mean I chose meetup.com as my platform. I like to be in front of people. I like to be shaking hands and giving hugs. But Facebook groups, going out there and doing things on Eventbrite. LinkedIn has a platform for groups. Clubhouse is the new, hotspot as well. Anything where you can corral people together, whether it be digitally or, in person, is a good thing. And you should absolutely start your own, networking platform or networking group, however it is. A couple of different things that I would say about networking groups. I was always a person who had trouble going into a room and just start shaking hands, right? That's just never been my thing. So back in the day, I used to go to networking meetings and I would walk in, and you're always looking for the guy or the girl who is running the event, because that's the only face that you recognize. They usually put their face out there. Everybody else seems to be deep in their conversations, and it's really weird. Most people go up to the bar and then they just grab a drink and then they just kind of sit there and hope somebody talks to them or hope somebody recognizes them. And then they ended up getting nervous, just like myself, ended up leaving 20 minutes or 30 minutes after just standing there talking. When it's very difficult, especially when people are laughing and they seem that they know each other for years, and you're walking in and trying to dive into somebody else's conversation. Very difficult thing. So one of the reasons I started my own networking group is because I wanted to reverse engineer that. I recognized that everybody wanted to know the guy or the girl who started the group. So it became a lot easier for me to meet people and shake hands because everybody was coming up to me and saying, "Hey, you're Willie, you're from the platform, blah blah, nice to meet you. So how do you guys?" And we started a conversation with there. So it was a lot easier for me to go out there and network and meet people because I was the guy starting the group. So I know what you're thinking. Well, everyone can't start their own networking group. How does that work? No, not everyone has to start their own networking group. So one of the things that I also recognize is that it is difficult for people to come in to a new group or a networking platform. You're at a restaurant, you're at a bar, and people are talking and everything else. So one of the things that I always practiced when I was building up my group, and still practice it today as the group continues to grow, is not getting involved or too deep into conversations as the organizer. I recognize that I am the person that most people recognize when they're coming to a wealth builder group. So one of the things that I'm doing is I continue to work the room. That person that comes in and then grabs a drink and sits at the bar, I'm going to go up to them. I'm going to greet them and then connect them and figure out what their interests are and why they're at that group, and then make sure that I connect them with another person and then move on. And if you've been to one of our networking groups, you know that this is the case. This is exactly what I do. If you're new and you're coming into the room, I want to make sure that I'm shaking your hand. Hi, I'm Willie. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Are you a real estate agent? Are you an investor? Or why are you here? Or who are you trying to connect with? Let's grab a drink. Let's talk for a couple of minutes. And then I'm trying to connect you. If you're a real estate agent, or a mortgage broker and you're trying to connect with, okay, well, this person I just met over here is trying to get pre-approved. Let me connect the two. It's a warm connection now. You don't have to awkwardly jump into somebody else's conversation. I make that connection and then I'm out. I move on to the next person that's walking into the room cold and doesn't know anyone, and try to make that connection as well. So part of the reason that Boston Wealth Builders, now Wealth Builder Nation, has survived 8 years is because of those things. It's not just having a platform for people to come in and just kind of do their thing, but recognizing that most people have an inability to just walk up to people and start a conversation. So if you're the organizer and you're thinking about starting a meetup group or something on Facebook or something on LinkedIn, you can do the same thing on LinkedIn as well. Have digital conversations when somebody joins. Hey, welcome to the group. Thanks for joining. How can I help you? And then, okay, you're looking to get pre-approved. You're an investor. You're looking for commercial lending as an investor. Okay, well, there's a commercial lender within the group. Let me connect the two of you on email. Let me connect the two of you within the group, and then just walk away. And those connections that you're making are going to pay you back for years. Both of those people, whether they know it or not, feel indebted to you. They feel like, okay, yes, Willie connected me with a commercial mortgage broker, and that commercial mortgage broker helped me get financing. So Willie helped me get the financing, and Willie helped me connected me with Susan or whatever, and he helped me earn $10,000, in terms of commission. So when you're looking for something later on, or they just may come to you with opportunities because now you're top of mind. You're that professional that connected people. It is a connector within your community, and that's a great place to be. So if you're thinking about starting a meetup group, I think it's or a networking group, should I say? I keep referring back to Meetup, but a networking group in general, I think it's a great idea. I can tell you that Boston Wealth Builders, Wealth Builder Nation, has made me a ton of money. The connections that I've made through lending and through other partners and through real estate agents and through other investors has been almost life-changing for me. I don't think I'd be where I am today without the resources that I've been able to get from that group. And I've been able to help a lot of people with Boston Wealth Builders and Wealth Builder Nation as well, just making connections that may never have been made before. So great platform. I'd encourage you to, no matter where you are in the country, if there's something. One other thing I would say, actually, you know what? Check me out on the next video. I'm going to give you a few different tips to really make your networking meeting or networking events or your networking platform a success, right? I mean, I wanted to dive deep into how do I really make this group and separate this group from the masses, because everybody, I wouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people have networking groups. Some of them fail. Some of them go a year out and then they just kind of drop off. And why does that happen? And how do you make yours a success? So hopefully this was helpful, but check me on the next video and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into networking and really how to make them a true success for yourself if you do decide to start one.